Cold, damp, smelly feet? Not anymore. Do you hate putting your feet into cold, damp shoes and boots? Then I have some tech here to show you. Hi, I'm Rich Man and welcome to Rich Man Poor Tech. For new viewers, this is a technology channel and today's focus is on boot or shoe warmers or dryers. Now I have two to show you. That's two sets, not one for your left foot and one for your right foot. So if you work outdoors or have an active lifestyle, walk your dog on damp grass for example, then we've all put our feet back into boots, trainers or shoes that are both cold or damp. And ski boots take for ages to dry. So apart from that icky feeling, these cold and damp shoes can also cause smelly feet, smelly shoes and even athlete's foot. These shoe dryers dry out your footwear, not only making your footwear warm and toasty in the morning, but by drying out the footwear, this actually stops those smelly odours. Now, if you Google foot dryers or foot warmers, then chances are you'll be directed to Amazon, and the main brand of foot warmers on Amazon are from Snowpea. But Snowpea sell two different models, so which do you buy? Which is suitable for you? Well, I have bought both sets to review to help you choose the ones that are more suitable for you. Now, links to the current prices are in the description below as always. Now, a quick note, these are for like damp, wet and cold shoes, not shoes that are dripping wet, for example, straight out of a washing machine. Now here are the two units, and the difference isn't just into the dry bodies or the cables, I'll get into that later, but also into the power and the timer settings. Now these first units have the cables coming out of the back. Now these might be more suitable for open back slippers or large shoes, as the cable has to bend quite sharply to exit a boot. These have a higher power rating at 20 watts and the same cable length as the other unit at 130 centimeters or 4.26 feet. More on that in a bit. And the dryer dimensions are 17 centimeters long, 6.5 centimeters wide and 3 centimeters thick. They have a lower drying temperature than the other units at 55 degrees and an auto off timer in 3, 6 or 9 hours, which is longer than the other model. So I'll keep the specification up on that while we discuss this other model. Now this other model has the cable exiting the shoe warmer from the top. Allowing it to exit out of the top of the boot or shoe like your leg does makes it more convenient when placing it into the footbed of your shoe. It really does make it easier and you don't have this cable strain on the cable. Now this might make them last longer as well in the long run. Power rating is lower at 12 watts. Cable length is supposed to be the same at 130 centimeters or 4.26 feet, although mine measures less at 108 centimeters. Drying temperature is supposed to be 5 degrees hotter at 60 degrees, and the auto off timer is shorter at 2, 4 or 8 hours. Now the dry dimensions are supposed to be the same if you read the spec sheet, but there is obviously a difference. My measurements of the dimensions are 190 by 64 and 28 mm thick. So that's 2 centimeters or 20 mm longer than stated. So an important measurement if you're buying for your child's shoes. Now a couple of mil thinner but rounded up to the nearest centimetre, I'll give them that. Now both units will fit a child's shoe from size 2.5 UK, USA 3 youths, Euro 35 and are 214 mm long in length. I wouldn't say it would fit any smaller, so that is the minimum shoe size that they'll fit into. But even though their top cable units are obviously longer than the rear cable units, they will fit flat on the shoe easier than the rear cable units. If you have smaller shoes, the top cable units are actually better. Now both units are in off mode when you plug them into a power socket, so you have to select the timer physically to turn on. So they won't work with, say, a smart plug. As for drying and warming, to be honest, I haven't had my shoes or boots that wet to dry like I have in previous years, as we've had quite a mild, dry winter so far this year. But from my testing, both units performed as good as each other in this department. So it is nice to place your feet into warm shoes or boots on a cold morning, and they will generally warm up dry shoes in only a few minutes, for example 5 or 10 minutes. But in my opinion, buy the top cable versions. The lower power, high temperature, and they do fit into the boots and shoes easier. Thanks for watching.